Hello, everyone. This is RetroRyoHazuki81. Thank you for tuning into my broadcast here. So I'm just checking on the audibility of how the broadcast is sounding to everybody, wanting it to be pleasurable to your ears. Let's have a look here. Okay, so the statistics of the broadcast are as follows here. It says right now, currently, I have 0 viewers. I am at 0 minutes, 0 hours, and 43, 44, 45, 6, 7 seconds, 8, 9, 50 seconds, 5.1 seconds, 51, 52, 53, 55 seconds. And it says that I am 1 minute into air. It says I'm on air, 1:05, 1 minute, 5 seconds. Now so it says I'm on air. Let me clarify this here now. Okay, it's okay, I'm on air. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm RetroRyoHazuki81. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in my wonderful, wonderful, lovely broadcast. Have a lovely day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bamo. Bamo. Whoa, whoa. Usually the seniors say Bamo first if we're going. Bamo. No more challenges. No more. Bamo. Yes, Sifu. That's coming from Paper Tigers. It's the movie known as Paper Tigers. You can watch it on Netflix. So now it looks like, okay, so I'm here. I'm at the point where I can save the game or keep going. I adjust the volume here so I want to be certain that people can hear me a little better than I can hear the volume. Okay, so I don't yet have broadcasting headphones, but you know what? I think that's a very good investment coming soon. Perhaps I'm believing in the hope for Shenmue, and hope for Japan, and hope for Shenmue. You know, that's how to explain this. I was thinking of Japan when I was at first thinking of how to name my Shenmue channel for particularly. It's mostly like for Shenmue, but you know, all these things that I was doing in 1995. Now, you know, a lot of the contribution was for. I was thinking of Japan. You notice how I look Japanese? I have the same eyebrows. Look at this guy. That's my likeness. It's going to come up in court, everybody. I've got a civil rights attorney working for me. I'm trying to prove these claims. It's coming. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. And yes, it's just, you know, it's going to have to happen because, you know, I don't know how to explain this. I'm expecting my teachers to really have the proof of this talent. And they've got to have this. If they don't have this, I think they might be going to prison. The karate teachers of mine. It's not a joke. This is fraud. If they don't have my VHS proof of me doing dragon spin, I remember the guy that was there. He's a teacher now. No offense, sir. Don't want to say his name. Say his name. I always address them as sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. Because this is, you know, these guys are kind of representing the Korean military in a sense too. So I'm not going to say who I'm addressing as Sabaman right now. There are two Sabal names, to my knowledge, and I trained with them. I guess they learned from me too in 1995. So one of these guys is a network architect. Now that's interesting to me because my friend, well, one of my old, well, he's like an old acquaintance. I haven't seen him in about 5 years now. Maybe 4 years, 5. He's a network architect. That is a information technology job. Hello. IT. AI. The world is going to AI. Let's have an AI Hazuki-san. AI RetroRyoHazuki. Hello, I'm Ryozuki of the Hazuki Dojo Yamanose. Does you like the dot on my nose? Does you don't like the dot on my nose? Hello, I'm not Ryozuki of the Hazuki Dojo Yamanose. No, don't say. No. Back to the Future Part 2. No. No, say. Pepsi, that's it. 50 cents for Pepsi. Now, full of surprises. I'm RetroRyoHazuki81. Vanilla Chunky Pie. Magic Land. Magic Land? Really? We're going to Magic Land. You know what that really reminds me of? When they say vanilla chunky pie. That could be I'm thinking actually. That is like something that, it might be real treat vanilla chunky pie, but it might also give reference to something else that you don't just say, because like it could be any chunky pie. It could be having some kind of flavor, besides like a French vanilla, if that is what it would be. I like to get French vanilla flavoring in my coffee a lot of times. If I'm feeling fancy, if I fancy French vanilla. Maybe some days I fancy pumpkin spice. Like everything not always nice. Or it'd be like, caramel. But maybe it's not good at caramel. Just get vanilla, French vanilla. Get plain, get sugar, get no sugar. Sometimes you want to go with the flow. Forklift number 2. 2 is enough, and 5 is a bigger crowd. I don't want to show off.
Today you gotta move cargo between warehouses. Gotcha. First take a crate from here over to warehouse number 8 and unload it there. Then take a crate from warehouse number 8 to warehouse number 18.
Gotcha.
You know where that is, right?
I take this to warehouse number 8.
I take this to warehouse number 8.
Cargo to warehouse number 18.
Yep. But careful you don't get mixed up. The quota's written on the map.
I got it.
Okay, so I'm not one to be cocky in this video. I don't want to. I want to try to calm down. Everybody, so I'm very glad that I'm on YouTube now. Again, I came back online. How to say it? I was taking a break from this broadcast here. You can say that maybe. So, there's been a lot of times I've been having financial setbacks. And I've been having a hard time getting a job in Michigan. So I've been
Suppose I shouldn't leave these crates out here.
Can't sit here. So I've been having a hard time getting work in Michigan. Just for whatever reason, work's been very slow for me. My status is not what it should be. Legally, I should have had a very high status long ago. But the teacher left with my information. I believe, perhaps, in 1996. I'm Ryozuki. I really am the only one in the world. The one that's been waiting for an answer for 31 years. Wow. Ay caramba. Ay, caramba. Ay, papi, ay, papi, 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 papi. And really, 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 I honestly, oh, okay. So I've just been waiting for an answer, something to fall from the sky. Because, like, everything I've been doing has been effort, a lot of effort to find the answer. And without knowing the answer to what I'm seeking, it's like impossible to make it. And so I had this agreement with my teacher, but he leaves to Arizona a long time. I haven't seen him in 31 years. I haven't known him in 31 years, and it's no, how to say it. It's really like, this just, what's between us is a wedge of pride. Like, what separates us is pride. How to explain the wedge? When you don't care it, you don't care. When she doesn't care, when he doesn't care, how many she's are there? This many. This many. I mean, I don't have to say it's George Lopez show again, but it's just, when you don't understand someone, and they don't understand you, they don't know you, you don't know them. It's been a long time. What can I say? It's like, I mean, I keep going about dumbest things, but they're not dumb to everybody. Like, how to explain it? There's a girl I dated, and I have her pictures online now. Oh, so let me slow down, okay? Before I get a little too ahead of myself. Oh, there is a likeness to this Peach girl. That's a new show. It came on. They have this new anime, and I guess it's like Ryozuki's in it, right? He's wearing a turtleneck. I used to have a turtle a long time ago, but I stepped on it. I felt bad. It was from this pet shop called Critter's Pet Shop. So, I just didn't know what to do. I guess I bought a turtle. My parents bought me a turtle when I was a kid. And then stepped on one of them. Stepped on it. I didn't mean to. It felt terrible. I don't know if that's the same one that I'll explain. I have this recorded VHS video of me when I'm a little boy. It's on this house called, it's in Wall Street in Melvindale, Michigan. There's more history, maybe even with Tekken. I'm not going to get into it right now. It's kind of embarrassing maybe for my family if this comes out more about the history of Tekken. Might be embarrassing for other family members. It never was for me. I'm always natural karate, natural gymnast, natural competent, able to do anything, natural marine, natural man, natural badass motherfucker. And that's what I really am if I'm this guy from 1995. Again. So history can repeat itself. Again. And maybe again. I don't know how many times, but usually like, I don't know if history repeats itself like, legendary history, probably, how to explain it. I really believe that legendary history has the potential more to only avail itself twice than 3 times in your lifetime. Because when you lose something, and then when the historical way about it repeats itself again in your life before you get too old, and that's what's happening to me, I'm thinking here. Now, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm the intellectual property, the truthful real, legit likeness of RetroRyoHazuki. I'm RetroRyoHazuki. And I'm not lying. This. Okay, I think RetroRyoHazuki is supposed to be American. Oh, how to explain it? There's a guy I used to train with, but I don't know why he looks like me. Maybe because he's from California. He looks just like me when I was younger. Mwah. Mwah. That's what. So you hear that? Listen to this. Mwah. Listen, I'm going to tell you what this is. Mwah. Do mwah, Miss Piggy. Come on, Miss Piggy. Muppet babies. Come on. Muppet babies. Where's your Kermit the Frog? Mwah. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, did you hear that mwah? All right, forget it. That guy's mwah'd out. Let me explain this briefly. When I'm sparring against people, I used to say that. If I get too close, sometimes I'll say mwah, because I don't want to kick them. I know it's offensive to people I used to train with. Mwah. Like Muppet babies. Mwah. I don't know why I was saying that, but I guess, I don't know. I'm the pig. I'm Mr. Piggy. I'm Mr. Piggy. If there wasn't. Because you know why? The flavor jacket. Okay, how to explain this? There was actually this. Let me explain to everybody. The other day in Southgate, Michigan, to the whole world. I've got the whole world. On Penrod, I've got the whole world. On that fishing pole that disappeared there. If you can see it still, but you can't. There it is again, purple people eater. I've got the whole world. On this fishing pole, I've got the whole world. We'll ride in on Penrod Street in Detroit, Michigan. Actually, behind that is Japanese vintage toys. Not there any longer. Diabladita. Olano. How do you say it? I don't know. It's the cleanest garage you ever saw in life. And just joking, but I'm a jokester. It's not funny. That's not funny. Those Japanese vintage toys are my toys. Now, I'm not trying to be cocky. I guess I don't want to be cocky. But see, the way I am is going to offend those people in my history. And I don't know how to gain their favor. I don't know how to gain their favor. But if my proof is missing, they should be in prison, all of them. I'm RetroRyoHazuki. I don't want my proof to go missing. I'm so offended if it is. And they should all be nuns, priests, live their celibacy lives, and get out of mine. Because if you don't respect who I am, what am I going to do? Rape all you? That's what they would do to me, right? You're dominating me, trying to dominate me, my Salazar people. See, that's the problem here. This is a problem in a way. Oh, there's, like in Detroit, there's like this tension kind of between different nationalities, and they're diverse in Detroit, but then, I like Polish people, but then there's some of them, there's a few of them that are like, spoiled grapes. You don't know what, you can eat them or throw them out. I don't know what to do with some people that just are spoiled, and it's disgusting. I don't know what to do. I don't do it. So that's why I'm saying the truth here. It's like, there's been some good Polish people in history in Michigan, but there's been some people that they don't tell me the truth, and they don't tell me anything I need to know. So the Polish people that were my friends, there were some people, but they would inform me about things I needed to know. But then there's ones that would tell me nothing I ever needed to know. Now those ones, how do I say it? I don't want to avail their identities at times. I might have at different times, but I have to do what I have to do. You know what she would say, what he would say. and they want this for themselves. Like, everybody's got to live their lives. Okay. But, you know, it's not that you had to keep that from me. But, yeah, you know, people want to be better than you, and they can suck my dick. You know, you're in a butt. I don't care who you are. And yeah, I'm not going to take that crap from purple people eaters. You know what that means? It reminds me of the purple guy, McDonald's. The rapist cereal one. Which box of cereal are you on? The purple people cereal rapist. I don't know what to say. What am I going to say? What's not appropriate? What's inappropriate? Because that's the reality of life. You know, like, people want to dominate you. They show off. And that's why I just don't like talking about that. Sometimes, like, it's reality. You gotta face the truth, I guess, sometimes, you know. But, like, that's the problem with life. So calming down here now. You know. What was this broadcast about here? I don't even know. Like, okay, I'm online again or something. But, you know, there's a lot of things. A lot of things I've been through. And I'm not just letting go of this. You know, what I earned in 1995 is phenomenal in history. Is, you know, timeless. It's a legacy. That's my legacy. I'll make it clear. Shenmue, that degree was only my legacy. It is not a Polish person that did these moves. I'm going to make it extremely clear. The only moves that one of these dons, two of these dons, we might have shared, but I did it better at the time. I did it the right way, is the Shenmue kicking strings of 1 and 2. They might have copied my moves from one of these dons. I mean, how to explain it? I don't want to offend these guys. I really don't. But they should have contacted me and not just been making baby carrots. Okay? That makes me angry as hell. We've got enough baby carrots, don't we? They're $1.99 a trophy. What am I supposed to say to you, man? You don't carrot? But I did cared about you. And that's my problem. So this galvanized steel, you know what? My family used to pound steel at the Stego. Pound it all day. Maybe the same way she was pounded on. I didn't get to feel that when you stuck her. I mean, you know, if I can't get my sheriffs, giggity, 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 giggity. If I can't get my sheriff, giggity, giggity. I know what I'm talking about. If I don't get my sheriff, giggity, giggity, I'm gonna be very fidgety, and angry, fidgety. Not Jenny Brown. It's normal. Camino normal. It's only Camino normali tamales. Gotta take a blue tamale poo.
Back to work. First, take the cargo to warehouse number 8. Then, go to warehouse number 18.
So, you know, I'm kind of a jokester. Ha, ha, ha. I made another funny. Ha, ha. Ha. Wow. You know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, the real bounty of Canada. Where is the bounty of Canada? He reminds me of one of my teachers. Are you a Mountie from Canada? Where are you from? I need to know. I mean, I'm the obnoxious Cox. Richard Cox. It's obnoxious. He's obnoxious. I'm sure. What? Mommy. Where is my mommy? I want some Gerber baby food. Where is my mommy? We're putting it down. We're lifting it up. We're putting it down. Oh, yeah, we're putting it down. Putting me down. Don't put me down. We're putting the box down. Dude, we're putting it down. Really? We're putting it down. Really? You know, somewhere in that teach me Kung Fu. You do martial arts. I do. Hey, a samurai. You know those guys from Way of the Samurai? They walk around and they've got like a samurai get up on. They got a helmet. They got like a armor, body armor. Some they body spray themselves with samurai body armor. Some weird crap. They put it on. They got the get up. Kip up. That's a kip up, get up, kip up. They got it on. You know, kip up is Chinese. It's not Japanese. They got the body armor for samurai. Then they have some kind of helmet, some kind of demonic, demonic looking helmet, bone skull or something, whatever. They look like what they call themselves on the Way of the Samurai 4. This is 3. It might be in 4 too. These likenesses. Oh, so they're like walking around, but they make these noises. They're like, they're like, high or something. They're just silly. They're silly. They're like got nothing to do, walk around and act like mama's boys. They're mama's boys actually. Now, mama's boys, but let me explain it. They're not just mama's boys. What's really going on with these guys, the samurais, in 3 and 4? It's like, this is what I understand to be. It's like the likeness in Riverview, Michigan, and I don't want, maybe not say that. Oh, I believe I'm worthy of this. Okay. It's like me, maybe a brother, maybe someone that's close to me. It's myself for sure, maybe. Yeah. This is the problem with these video games. They're not saying this, but to me, what the likeness is about. It's like, it is for sure me. I don't want to say my, Let me explain this about my brother. My younger brother, his name's Kevin Salazar. In 1995, he was the only one that was in the house at the time, other than the British Bulldogs that were alive at the time. So I used to live on a house at 18883 Henry Street, Melvindale, Michigan. At one time, there was a florist on that street. I think I remember that. Now, I'm just going to say what I believe. I believe I vaguely remember this girl. Her name was Nikki, but I wasn't really. I didn't know they were actually making Shenmue from this girl. I never saw her again. She's a likeness of Nozomi Harasaki. She gave me an amulet. I don't have it anymore. But I did have it, or maybe I misplaced it. I've got a lot of junk in my room, or a lot of junk in the closet, or basement, different things. You know, I have the old bag, like this of Shenmue. I had the original jacket. It was size 38. This came from Montgomery Ward. There's a Southgate Planet Fitness. Montgomery Ward there. They have this band the other day, and they're just all saying where this park is. There used to be a Montgomery Ward store there. When I was younger, my parents took me, my older brother, to buy 2 aviator brown suede jackets. There might be this jacket still available, still around, but I don't want to, how to explain it. My older brother, I believe in Eden. How to explain it? How he's linked to Shenmue. He's Ren of Heavens, my older brother. Hi, Rudy. I know you're Ren of Heavens. I saw you dressed with the bandana, the earring, the cargo pants. This is like funny because I just never mention it. My older brother is Ren of Heavens. Ta-da! He looks like Ren of Heavens if you find him. Now I believe he's getting royalties from the Scoopins. My next door neighbors, he's been getting royalties. Hello. So there's Andrew Scoopin. Now this person, I see him maybe vaguely around, but he doesn't say nothing to me. I mean, he's shy, I think. I don't want to say that. He's offended already. See, so this is what I'm trying to say. They're Charles Scoopin, his sons. Oh, he's got one son. His kids don't talk to me. They don't say hi. I send them messages at times. Online, they don't respond. So I vaguely, barely knew Molly Scoopin. There was a Molly and there was a John. They don't really know me that well. They probably remember me eating tuna sandwiches. I always drank milk, not pop in school. I rejected drinking pop. I chose to drink milk and tuna and yogurt because it's healthy if I had a choice. So I always try to make the best choices for health, nutrition, to get healthy, to get better. How to explain it? I had mental illness in such a terrible way. Now my cure was a good time. I don't want to say that. It's been a long time. It's been a while. So shut up about that. It's been a while. Yeah, science claims about oxytocin curing anxiety. Look it up. How does sex affect your body? Look up, does sex cure mental illness? I'll say it again when I'm not setting the box down. Look up on Google, everybody. Does sex cure mental illness? Does sex cure depression? Does sex cure anxiety? Now the answer is this. If you look at it from a scientific perspective, in 1995, I had no way absolutely to know this vital information. When I was hitting puberty insanely hard, I thought that, when I was hitting puberty so hard, any girl that got with me felt like the most powerful goddess in the world. Did you? Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong. Daisy Kong. Did he? See? Anyone but killing me feel like the goddess of the universe. Because why? I don't know why it is. It's not that I'm being cocky. It's not that I'm being nostalgic or arrogant here. I'm trying to be really honest, actually. What is this crap on the box? The painter today is weird. What I'm really saying here is that this, okay? When a man hits puberty hard, all I was doing is stretching like crazy in karate class, stretching all the time, doing 500 push-ups a week, maybe 600, 700 altogether. Push-ups, real hardcore push-ups. And I lifted heavy weights. I bench pressed up to 150, 200 pounds. Well, yeah, it might have been 160, 80 pounds. So it was 200. I think I went up to like 200 a few times. But like, there was like a lot of weight I would bench press.
Finished for the day.
And I don't remember, like, you know, I mean, I'm only 14 when I'm RetroRyoHazuki. I did these things myself.
Today's
this is all my system.
Here, son.
Thank you.
I'm gonna need you to try harder next time. Got it? You gotta meet your quota.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
See, I was with show respect because I earned my integrity on my own. I would address people as sir, yes sir, no sir. I was spiritual martial artist here and very in every way. I would address everybody as sir, yes sir, no sir. That's my likeness in 1995. This is who I was. If I was 14 years old, you're looking at him right here. He's American. He's not Japanese. He's Japanese because he did this for Shenmue, for Japan. He's Japanese RetroRyoHazuki. This is my new name, RetroRyoHazuki, in 1995. Kyosan Savoy, he's a likeness of Guizhang to me. He's a likeness of Guizhang. He's not going to want to admit it. Those are his moves. Most of them. There's one fight with me and the teacher. How to explain it? I picked a sparring match, almost like a fight with my teacher. Let me explain why I did this. There's a guy, I'll call him Sam. Sam the man. Sam the man? Sam the man? Vanilla chunky pie. Not really. Ed. Ever the Charmer. Ed. Ever the Charmer. So, like Sam's Club. Well, let's just say this. Now, he said that's not what she said. He says what? He says, you know, one day, if you're listening, I message you on Facebook, bro. Force. Bro. Message you on Facebook. Haven't heard back from you yet. Think you're too good for me? That's funny. I saw this guy wearing TMNT clothes one time. I vaguely saw him. I didn't really want him to see me. I was in deep sleep. He walked past me, Kroger Park. TMNT, huh? Why don't you say hi to me? Yeah, maybe it was. I saw him another time at Hook and Reel. Hook and Reel. Saw him on Facebook. He's kind of talking about the EBT bridge card. Hook and Reel. Hook me up, bro. Bro. Yeah, bro. Do you go to Cooper's gym? Hook me up. Oh, that's what. I'm not going to joke here, okay? But what did he say? Sam's Club. What did he say? He says, you know, one day, One day the student has to take over the teacher. That's what Sam's Club said to me, right? One day the student has to take over the teacher. When the teacher doesn't always, have he doesn't have your best interest. He says, sometimes the teacher doesn't always favor what you want. He said it in some kind of a context like this. But I can definitely understand why he would say this. Now, I don't think he's a bad guy, this Sam. I'll say your name. Sam Laturco. Show yourself. Show yourself. Pedro Warren. Show yourself. I know who Pedro Warren is. Did you move to Warren, Michigan? Little brother. Did you like the sound she made when I... Jokester. You know what? Oh. Yeah. So I've been on mental illness medication. They feel bad for me, these guys nowadays.
Excuse me?
I got something on my mind, you see. Try me later.
I see.
Okay, so let me explain this. I took mental illness medication when I should have been fucking all the women on the planet. Say it like that. You might as well call me the Howard Stern of Shenmue, if you want to, because I'm the guy expressing himself.
Ask around.
I've got to express myself in the most truthful manner here. I could have, should have, would have. Now, there's nothing wrong with my sexy body. I'm sexy and I know it. I can jump, I can kick, I can squat, I can block, I can evade, I can strike, I can counter, I can dodge, I can chamber, I can turn, I can spin, I can win. I'm sexy and I know it. I'm too sexy for my shit. So sexy, baby. I look sexy with my clothes on. See that butt? That's the Levi's red tab butt. See that butt? That's the silver tab jeans butt of RetroRyoHazuki, of my likeness, in 1995. Because I would eat. Oh, what did I consume? I had Gatorade. I walked home from school. I took my bike home from school in Melvindale, Michigan. There were a lot of days I had to carry all my books, heavy textbooks, in my backpack, in a duffel bag. Sometimes I had a duffel bag and a backpack to take home all my books. And you know what, everybody? They gave me all E's. All E's for discrimination since 1981 or something. Oh, if I'm not in private school, they don't want to save Private Ryan, really. Throw that, they want to get rid of, they want to forget the art of facial expression. Because that's good for nothing, really, to be honest. The artificial expression doesn't mean anything. I'm finding girls in Italy doing these artificial expression, maybe, in a gymnastics class. But that's maybe how to explain it. I'm just joking, but am I? Am I really? Maybe I took a snapshot picture and I can find something more because I'm that smart. They're talking about me all around the planet, everybody. I'm RetroRyoHazuki, and who are you? Nice to meet you. I'm RetroRyoHazuki, the only one in the world. I'm living right here in Riverview, Michigan. I'm RetroRyoHazuki. Now, how to explain this? The karate teacher, he says at the ceremony, and you will always be RetroRyoHazuki.
I've got plenty of time to ask around.
Compensation to not be RetroRyoHazuki, I'm not going to understand that. You know, I've come this far. Why would I stop now after I've come this far? So, I think I'm sexy. I think I'm a stud. I think I'm a pimp. I think I'm a pervert. I think I'm a rapist. I think I'm not going to take it. But I'm just saying, I'm joking, right? I'm not a rapist. But I'm not going to look like a spoiled grape. The ones you don't want to eat. The ones you don't know what to do with. So I'm just saying, I don't show off. But people might think I'm showing off my history. Well, that's what they might think because they're just jealous they can't do martial arts. They don't have the gift like I have this. Probably more than anybody. Ever. 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 So I don't know what to say. You know, it's like the talent I had that year is what made Shenmue. Now they extracted the moves I created from training in 5 or 6 months. These dons are professional dons. They're trained in other martial arts too. Oh,
Mark.
You know.
Yo, I got some big news.
Huh?
I overheard Tony and Smith saying...
Really? When's it gonna happen?
Maybe.
I see.
Be careful.
Yeah, you...
No problem. I'm cool.
Okay. So that's some information I need to know. Now, can I leave? Can I leave here, everybody? I'm trying to get back to the next part of this Shenmue.
Maybe
I'm
I
so
should
sick.
ask around about the Mad Angels.
Damn. You know, I'm a mad angel because they keep me in this part. It's hard to get out of this part, everybody. I'm angry to be stuck in this part, you know. Ask about the mad angels. I think I'm one of the mad angels. Because I'm mad. Well, I'm not really mad, but it doesn't sit right with me that I can't get out of this part of the game. Stuck. Okay. You know, how to explain it. There's people in my history, they feel bad for me. They've got families nowadays. I'm glad. How to explain it. It's a good thing that I didn't pursue fighting with them. They're my enemies from school. Oh, I didn't want to pursue fighting with them at the time. And I don't think they want to pursue fighting with me these days now either. They're not messaging me back on Facebook. See, I'm going to explain this. There's a few people from my history. They're known to be a likeness of someone else. I know who the likeness is of Chai. I know who the likeness is of Pedro Warren. I know who the likeness of RetroRyoHazuki is. That's absolutely Ryan Michael Salazar. He's talking to you right now. Did I say Nozomi Harasaki? I remember the likeness of who she is. She went back to Canada. She was wearing the same clothing Nozomi Harasaki wears in Shenmue 1. A clothing looking just like that. I visually remembered her. A skirt like that, a sweater like that, white. I remembered that girl. She gave me an amulet. It was orange. But what was in it? I'm not going to say, but it's just something different that, maybe out of the ordinary in a way. But you know what? She loved me. And I remembered her. She wanted to make that with me. What we did in the history, we kissed at times, we hugged. I remember her. But I just don't know her like I used to know her. A more intimate at times, but she's like French-Canadian. I think that's what she was. Her name was Nikki. She was like a junior high school girlfriend, Nikki. I don't think she was Polish. But she might have been, but she looked more like she was French. She had dark hair. She had short hair. She looked just like Nozomi, but she had a French-looking face. I live right by Canada, everybody, so she wasn't Japanese. Ryozuki is not Japanese. He's maybe, if I'm Native American, he's Native American. That's like Japanese. There's Native Americans in my history, family history. Keith, Oliver, Arthur. Is Arthur my dad? See, I don't know who Arthur really is. There's always storytellings of these 3 Native Americans. Arthur, Oliver, Keith. They had this wolf. Sometimes they had wolves. I don't know how they got wolves in Detroit, Southwest. They had to put one down at the time that was attacking my dad. So they took this, after the wolf was attacking my dad, they took this wolf that was like mean. When he settled down, shot him with a bow and arrow, killed it. Wait, what? All right, wait 1 minute. So, Jeremiah, you told me about this, Oliver and Arthur, didn't you? Why am I saying that? There's a guy, his name was Jeremy. He's saying something about these kids that he says he's got Spanish in him too, but he says something about he knew something about these Puerto Rican kids or Mexican kids or Indians. But this Jeremiah friend I had in my history. He says this to me. He says, who's your dad? Who's this Rudy? He does say he knows something about these Native Americans or something. I don't know what he knows, but let me explain this. This guy that was my friend Jeremiah. I didn't know him that well, but now that I remember, he is saying what he might know something I don't know. Maybe something my family knows. I don't really know what he knows, but he did say something to me at one time or another time about these Native American kids in Detroit. That's what he told me. And this is something that maybe my family won't talk about enough with me. So he might have knowledge about my history, and I don't even know. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta get on the bus. Shenmue bus. First class kids show you how it's done. Jump. Come at that to make you jump. Crisscross to make you jump. That's all I used to do when I was a kid. Jump. Make it, Mac Daddy. Make it, Mac Daddy. With inside out. That's, you know why I would wear something inside out? If I don't want to show the picture on, if it's like a print on a shirt, I'd rather show the tag. Maybe I'd rather be hashtagged. Or not even, just sometimes I'd rather show a blank picture of nothing or a tag on the back or the front because I don't want to show what the print is. Maybe I've got something to hide myself, conceal something. Because sometimes people want to hide. They want to do it ninja style. They want to hide. Hi. Huh? Hello, I'm Ryozuki of the Hazuki Dojo. Yamanose. wow, I have a lot of energy. You know that? Why do I have more energy? I was outside dribbling a basketball. I feel younger after dribbling a basketball. I don't take my medication. You got better, Fukusan. There was this guy, one of two red belts. One red belt was more European looking, and they called him Ed Parker. Now, the other red belt was more, let me explain. He's of Hispanic descent, Spanish descent. Say Spanish descent. That's more appropriate. Spanish or American descent from another region of the country. So he's more looking that way. And then he's going by the name. They usually called him Parker. But sometimes they called him Michael Parker. I think Michael was the first name. They usually just called him Parker. Here, I'm thinking, okay, I'll explain it. Somehow, I'm thinking there's some kind of a link. Parker, if you ever watched Life of Pi, the movie, my doctor, when I'm 14 years old, he's Indian. I don't know if he's still alive today. His last name was Pi, a Dr. Pi. I actually have a picture of him here. My younger brother had the same doctor. There's a picture of him holding my brother Kevin. Dr. Pi was a very great doctor.
Gotta get to bed.
The pediatric department of Henry Ford Health System. Dr. Pi probably remembers this Raymond Savoy. I remember Raymond at Redford, probably spoke to my doctor. But he had the best interest. Well, it seemed like he had positive interest to help me in 1995. In 1995 at the time, I think Raymond had positive interest to help me, really. But that's 31 years ago. Maybe to find out more about me. Okay. Anyway, the tiger, they call him Parker. There was a red belt I trained with. They call him Parker. The other red belt of Europe, he's looked more American looking. European American, like his name was Ed Parker. They called him Ed Parker. Maybe I don't know if his name was actually Ed. They called him Ed Parker, literally. Now, okay, this guy was the first guy that showed me how to do the roundhouse kick. But I picked up on it right away. After he showed me, right away doing it. Good roundhouse kick. The other guy, Michael Parker. He might be a dead person. I don't know. See, some of these people in my history could be dead. Now, Parker goes into the forest. I don't know what happened to Fukusan. That's who the likeness of this guy is. Don't be heartbroken, everybody. That's the problem with this Shenmue. In a way, I just don't know if that's the same guy. How to say it? Well, I don't want to say I know what I know, or if I know, but let me explain this. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. Maybe Parker's still out there somewhere, and I just haven't seen him in a long time. But I remembered Parker. And, so how to explain it? I have a tiger on my jacket. I have a tiger in my history. The boy from A Life of Pi reminds me of me and my brother on this boat, going through all those things. My younger brother, in a way, we both had the same doctor, Dr. Pi. The tiger reminds me of myself being Ryohazuki Kazama. So I'm having all this martial arts legacy. In 1995, I have the memories of this history. My younger brother is watching Bloodsport, Kickboxer 1 with me, Kickboxer 2. He's only 6 years old. My younger brother, Kevin Salazar, let me explain this to the Scoop and Law Firm. If you have my royalties, my money, I own you. I own you. Because my younger brother, Kevin Salazar, we own you guys. You're our property now. Let me tell you why. Legally, the things I've gone through, your kids need to understand this very well. Legally, we could probably put you guys in prison. I don't know what to say to some people, but this is a big problem here. I don't want to offend people here, but this is a serious problem. It's going to come up in court. It's coming. My younger brother, 6 years of age, and this is the thing about this. I'm 14.
Already bedtime.
But we're adolescent kids. And how to explain it, I'm not a kid. I'm a man at age 13 or 14. I'm hitting puberty harder than any man penetrates any vagina in the world. I'm this guy. I'm too sexy. Just too good for anybody. Now, that being said, really, this is the problem that I've experienced here and the problem that my family's experienced. And it's like, okay, I don't want to brag. And I'm not bragging, but I'm very proud of who I am to everybody. I've got to be honest. I'm very proud of who I am. I earned my reputation from training. Let me say the truth about this. My younger brother, he's 6 years of age. He's got kids in Michigan that are mean to him. They're picking on him. They're picking on his glasses. They're picking on him being different. At Inner City Baptist Park, those kids are so yuppity, so much better. And come on now. That's why, these private schools, some of them have good kids, but a lot of them, if you're like a darker, olive complected person, you're going to have everybody hating you sometimes. In the 90s and the 80s, that's just how life is. I want everyone to know, like, that's the way it is typically in Michigan. People don't change. They disrespect you. They have to keep thinking they're better. They have to keep challenging them to you to think to say they're better than you if they're lighter skin tone than you. Something about this problem, having skin tone that's darker, Spanish or Greek or Italian looking, you're going to have problems in Detroit. Because like the most dominant two nationalities in Detroit, Wayne County, is white and black. You're either white or you're black. And if you're caramel, if you're color in between, you have to get the hell out of here. You go around. My uncle Philemon used to say, if you're white, you're all right. If you're black, get back. If you're brown, go around. If you're white, you all right. So, I'm Mexican, my family's Hispanic. So it's just, that's like the problem with the life, But he's from Texas, so that's a guy that I think he may have been in Michigan sometimes. Um, my family's from Texas, um, Arizona, I don't know where. What? I will. Okay, so this like, like people, they never change in America. As many times as people say they're not racist or they discriminate, they can't help to want to be better than someone else because they're special like that, I guess. I'm sorry to say, but like, people have to understand it's never going to change probably. Everybody's always going to be jealous of somebody being something about them that's special. And this is why my karate teacher was encouraging me to get out of Michigan, to not stay here. I can't blame him. I'm going to make problems with the skin tone here. He told me, I wish I could have gotten out of here a long time ago Um, now see, this is the bigger problem. There's like no way I could have made it in life. Okay, he might be guilty, even the karate teacher. I mean, I don't want to make him be guilty, but I might have to. But he probably knows about my tapes, my pictures. They all collaborate, those dons, four of them. This is the bigger problem here. They know, and they know what they know. They don't tell me everything. They don't tell me anything. 31 plus years. So, like, there's a lot I could say. A lot I might not say, really. So, this, like, let me explain this. Really, it's just, I like people of all colors. I'm not a racist person, but people might hate me for being myself. I don't know. Race is a major factor still, and it probably always will be in the world. Detroit is not the whole world, but that's the problem. It's a diverse community, Detroit, Wayne County, Michigan. We're diverse. We have nationalities from all over the planet here. But the problem with Detroit, the biggest problem with Detroit, is too much competition for work and everything. Work, school, education, all the diverse nationalities here. There needs to be, a real powerful movement that.
On your mark, almost time to go.
There needs to be a very powerful movement.
Ready, go!
I really believe. Okay, now I can talk. I really, really believe there needs to be a very, very powerful movement to stop, job discrimination. And they don't say it, but this is why I believe in affirmative action. When you have affirmative action, you hire people from all nationalities. This kind of alleviates the chances to, if there's chance to discriminate, it alleviates the chance to discriminate. It kind of takes that away. Because when people are not knowing if they're discriminating, if you hire people from other nationalities and it's mandated, you kind of take that away. That's why it makes sense to believe in affirmative action. So, if you don't believe in affirmative action, you're gonna probably, you're gonna know, if you take for, all these settings in America. I mean, I have had a good job in maybe never. I worked at the airport a while ago. It's been a long time since I worked there. So, I mean, I worked there, and I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. I worked at where else? Phil Village as a cook. There's people of other nationalities everywhere I go in Michigan, but people can be not liking you for different reasons. Maybe they just find differences, personality differences, but it might just be what they don't say. It's racial, but they're not going to tell you that. They're better. We're better than you. They're not going to be better. That's the most racist white motherfucking bitch of an asshole ever fucking imagine. We're better than you, fucking bitch. Drive through your face like a fucking. That's the problem. See, when you get angry at people, they're like trying to dominate you, be better. I don't want to be tempted to fight with people. And I get angry with people they're just like me typically. Really, I've been offended by people of all nations at times. That's why I don't like being in Detroit. I like being in Wayne County. It's too racially offensive for me to be here. What? All right, hold on. So I'm trying to make it where, I've been living in 313, 734, all my life. I want to get the fuck out of here so damn bad. I don't want to live here too much longer. I've been here way too long. And there might be women say they like me, but it don't mean I like you. And if your parents don't think I'm special,
oh man, so close. You almost had
what to do about it. These girls, they might like me, but your parents don't like me. It's okay. They can like somebody else. That's probably a lot of what I've got.
It's time for work. Let's get cracking.
What I am is a rich guy, supposed to be wealthy, special in Hollywood. Long time ago.
Today you gotta move cargo between warehouses.
I dated this Polish.
First take a crate from here over to warehouse number 8.
So wait for my
it there.
finishes.
Then take a crate from warehouse number 8 to warehouse number 18. You know where that is, right?
I take this to warehouse number 8. Then I take number 8 cargo to warehouse number 18.
I don't want to say much about what I was going to say.
But careful you don't get mixed up.
Yup.
The quota's
be
written
careful.
on the map.
I got it.
Bibbidi 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 bobbidi 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 Alibaba. What? Alibaba. Baba 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 baba. Ali baba baba baba. Alibaba. 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 Alibaba, Alibaba, Baba, 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 Baba Ganoush. What? All right, just wait, please. I'm gonna be right there. All right, I'm gonna be in there in like less than 5 minutes. Okay. Did he say moi again? It's this guy. Okay. Okay, so I've got to finish some paperwork for who are hearing summons tomorrow. That's today, I guess, later. So let me just briefly explain myself here in another context way. I am proud. I am proud. I don't show that I'm proud every day of my life, but I have been through so many problems and crap. I'm sick of hiding my pride at times. I get sick of it. And the more I hide my pride, I feel like I might show it at times. To show who I am. And I am the likeness of this guy right here. Not just this guy, then we've got Jim goes on that. That's my likeness too. My talent is powerful as hell right here. I mean, I didn't want to kick anyone in the head with a roundhouse kick, with an inside-outside crescent kick, any kick. If I kick somebody, I thought I would kick their head clean off their shoulders like a sword. I thought if I kicked somebody in the ribs, I'd dangle them. I mean, they would be like a bent-up pretzel, broken up. And if I kick somebody in the ribs, I might even go through them like a water. Like a sword going through it. It's just so terrible. So I didn't want to use karate. I killed. That's how brutal, fatal karate can be for anybody. You know, like if I use karate on people, it's so fatal, deadly. You don't want to just use this. It's what they use in military tactics. How to explain? Everything is tactical in the military. In military combats, better text. Moi. So I would say moi. Moi. You know, like Miss Piggy, holding back. Because I'm holding back when I say moi. Miss Piggy, okay, I'm thinking of the Muppet Babies. There's always people in the class that remind me of babies. When I train karate, they're all babies to me. I know, Bomb. When I trained karate, the United States Tengsudo Karate International Federation, whatever it was, 1995, these are babies. Because anyone, if I kick them, they're a baby, we're going to suffer too much. So I never struck anybody in karate class. I'll explain it. I'm very professional, very controlled. My power, my talent is able to be tame. I can tame myself, like, you know, because I can do that. But one way I would tame this power, when I get a little too close to someone sparring, I would say, wah, to kind of back them off. It was to back them off. It was not to provoke them. Those kids, they're all like 11, 12-year-old kids. Most of them in karate class at the time. Now, I could have been like a professional kickboxer that year too. Oh, let me explain this. I had braces on my teeth, so I wasn't just going to be a kickboxer today. I had braces on my teeth for 7 years. I've been through a lot of problems in my life. I don't think I was supposed to wear braces on my teeth for 7 years. That could be a lawsuit with Midwest Dental Association, whatever. It's a place in Schaefer, Dearborn, Michigan. 7 years is a really long time to wear braces. That might be a lawsuit.
Leave these crates out here.
Yeah,
Suppose I shouldn't leave these crates out here.
We'll just contact the managers. They might know more. Landy Sama might have the answer, right? I don't even know her. Okay, let me explain this briefly. I'm not online to offend anybody. But like, some of the problems I've gone through living around here have been from Michigan not understanding race, cultural differences here. A lot of ways it needs to be covered, I think, on TV and never tolerated again, ever. Because it's making problems. It does every day. Okay, I got to get going. Thank you, everybody. Tune to my broadcast. RetroRyoHazuki81. Okay, this is RetroRyoHazuki81, back online for a moment.
Lunchtime, eh?
Now, what is he gonna do? Okay, Mom, give me like 5 or 6 minutes. Okay? Give me about 5 minutes, okay? All right, all right. So let me explain myself for about 3 or 4 minutes here. Yes, I'm Ryozuki from 1995, the real one, the only one in the world. How to explain it? I believe that, and let me explain this really. Now, I've met really good Polish people in my history in Wayne County, Michigan. There's been a few Polish people that have been good people to me in so many ways, and then they moved out of here. Some of them there was this guy, his name was Sid Rosinski, and he, to my knowledge, the last I remember him, he moved to San Antonio, Texas, and he's living on a ranch there a long time ago, but I always remembered him. He's a good man. He sold me this gold chain. I don't have it anymore. It's a service merchandise store. It's the same store I bought the Century martial art bag there, Southgate. It's a black wave bag, $70 at price, $69.99. Then I bought that, filled it up with water. I remember that. So I was like a kickboxer at that age. Then there's more. I bought the first bench I ever had, a Weeder, the Weeder brand bench. It was a $49.99 bench, $50 bench. It wasn't constructed very well, but it did the job for me. I became this sexy-looking guy from bench pressing, like up to 120, 140, 60 pounds, maybe more, but it started out like with lighter weights. I was usually like 60, 80, 100 pounds. Varied. I did about 500, 1,000 push-ups. Probably about up to 1,000 push-ups. Almost 1,000, 800 or so in 2 weeks. Over 500 or about 500 in a week. It just would vary, throughout the week, a lot of push-ups. Dips, I did the dips for my triceps. I did a lot of quadricep leg curls. The bench is the best one to do in a way for that. In some ways, to get sexy legs for me. I've got a lot to do. I'm off this mental illness medicine for 2 years now. My body's going to be changing real fast here the more I work out. I'm going to look more like this Ryohazuki every day. Okay, even though I'm not exactly age 18, but I have energy like I'm 18 in some ways, 21, whatever, 16, 14. So my body does feel these things. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a way to calm down sex. I need a girlfriend. I probably need 10 girlfriends right now. I need to live in the house with 20 women. 10 women, 5 women, 2 women, 1 woman, even 1 woman. And have sex with her all the time, all day long. I like Polish girls a lot. Like I said, let me explain it. I've known Polish girls in my history, and they were good people, some of them. But there's been ones that maybe have withheld knowledge from me. Okay, I forgive them anyway because they're a woman, and nobody's perfect. Because I love women anyway. I'm the type of guy that loves girls, women, unconditionally, just in that way. I just see women and understand women. They're more like feminine thinkers, compassionate, caring figures and thinkers. They use their feelings over their better judgment and intellect. So one of the sides of their brains is used more like the feminine side than the other side. I understand them in some ways. I like to look at their feet, study their feet. You can tell what a woman's thinking when you look at her body when she walks around. You look at her way she's walking, the way her eyes just kind of look at her body. You can read between her lines and know her that way too. You look at like a situation or a picture or something. women, what are they like? You're supposed to know, and you're supposed to know because you're supposed to know. You're a man. You're supposed to be smart like that. They like a man who already knows what they want and makes them feel comfortable and loved and safe and secure. You know, I'm that kind of guy, but I don't have my own place. I don't have my intellectual property from 1995, all these years. So I'm stuck here where I'm living at today. I moved from Melvindale, Michigan to Riverview, Michigan. In 1999, I moved here. I had no idea this Charles Scoopin, the attorney that's related to Raymond Savoy, a trial teacher, the likeness of Guizhang. He did the same move as Guizhang. He's got a parted hair look like Guizhang. He's French. Well, at least French-looking, Native American, French-American guy. Let's say it. But he appears to be Chinese as Guizhang. Now he does a lot of the same moves, and I know more that red tie. Just watch Rush Hour 1 for understanding what the red tie means in the suit. Watch it. Rush Hour 1. What does that mean? Those guys in the suits and the red tie.
It's already this late?
What if I was
take the cargo to warehouse number 8, then go to warehouse number 18.
Oh, not gonna, like how to say it. I mean, you can figure it out. But like, I'm gonna be there right now, Mom. Okay. So I've got to get to this paper that's gonna be filled out for today's court hearing on that. Yes. I am in no way meaning to offend people. I have no intention to offend neighbors in my community, people that just never got to know me. I'm sorry that you don't know me. If you like me, you should say hi to me. You should talk to me if you like me. There's people in my community, you want to know me, you should just say hi to me, come up to me and talk to me. Tell me what you're thinking. If you like me, to know me, you hate me, tell me how you feel. I don't know what to say to people that they know I'm here in Riverview, but they don't say nothing to me. They might just want to say that you're nobody anyway. They want to kind of believe that. Some people, I think, in my history, because they like to continue to show off. As offensive as it is, as that sounds, and as it's more offensive as it is than it sounds, because I'm the one I'm the one suffering. It might sound offensive. To go through these things is way more offensive. So, now to speak of this girl in my history, there's a likeness to this Peach girl, and there's a likeness she has also to Nina Williams. More and more, I think she knows these things, and I think she's already collected maybe intellectual property, royalties for these likenesses. I don't have any for what I'm supposed to be, and I've always wanted to be this martial arts movie actor for having above and beyond the talent that's presented in Shenmue 1 and 2. The fight choreography, the talent for Ryozuki in Shenmue 3 is terrible. That guy's a wimp. Shenmue 3. Ryozuki in Shenmue 3 is a wimp. It's like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, right? Shenmue 3 Ryozuki is a wimp. You get whomped up the butt, man. He's nothing. That guy gets beat up all the time. He's whumped of a diary kid. Humpity. He's just not tough. Oh, not wanting to go too far, but I'm a little vulgar there. He's not tough in Shenmue 3. And that's the problem in a way. It's my fight choreography also in some context for Shenmue 3. Now, this is a problem because the Dons don't talk to me all those years. They don't give me royalties, my degree all those years. I come back to train in 2016, the end of it. My training gets cut off in 2019. It's not right. I don't know the Dons. There's a lot of problems here. These moves I proved again after they stopped. I don't explain. I got my mom going ballistic or crazy in the other room. There's legal action happening, and I expect to be a powerful person soon. I'll be right there. I'm not a joke. My intellectual property is my intellectual property, and no 5-0 Don. I trained them. They might be kills on them, but I train them if they're using my moves. So that's something I don't like to talk about right now. I expect every bit of this evidence back. Those VHS tapes, I expect it all back in my possession very soon. I went to the Ruby Police Station. And I expect the pictures, the karate tournament, I expect this back. All evidence. The picture of me with no shirt on, looking like Kazuma Kiryu, or sexier than Kazuma Kiryu. That guy's not even sexy. His forearms are like rubber bands. I expect all this proof of my shirt off, sexy appeal, all these things. The picture of me looking like this guy, all these things comes back to me now. It's time. Kyo-san and Savoy, if you can hear me, I'm expecting power. I'll earn it again. I have to fix my shoulder. Like the guy. I got to fix my feet. When I had to fix my feet in class, I had to do more than that, but I've got to fix my shoulder, get back on my feet, jump up really high, kick, whatever I got to do. Whatever it takes to make it, to be respected as the martial arts movie actor. Again, I don't know what else to do with my life. I'm good at this, so this is what I've been trying to do for the past 31 years. Nobody says nothing to me. I never knew his family was living next door to me, and I hate to say that again and again, but somebody could say something to me. It won't. It never did. So I had to discover that the people next door to me, that's the people that are related to my karate teacher, the guy I've been trying to get back to since he left in 1995 to Arizona. His uncle doesn't say nothing to me. His family don't say nothing to me. And some of those years, now there's a misconception of my mental illness. I never was mentally ill. I'll repeat it. I never was mentally ill. Oxytocin is a real chemical that has cures for these problems in some ways. In a lot of ways. I don't want to downplay it. Let's talk the truth. Oxytocin that's created in your brain. Now, how to explain this? It's not just the oxytocin in the brain. A man must feel like a man. He must get bigger down there, get powerful, feel like a man. Sexual intercourse, hardcore penetration. Now that's the truth of life. If people are, how to explain this? If people are uncomfortable talking about sex, I'm going to explain this real thoroughly. Even cops. There's a cop. Oh, right. I don't want to be mean or make fun of people. Police officers sometimes are uncomfortable talking about sex. They need to mature. They need to grow up. How to explain it? Society doesn't understand how to talk about this topic of sex. This is what I believe that this most serious problem is on the planet, in some ways. the more we don't talk about sex, the science of it, the science of human anatomy, the male body, human anatomy, the female body, the differences in that, how there's cures in people, memories, people remember something or whatever, they might cure someone else, maybe. You see, the more we don't talk about these things, the more we're killing our planet, the more we're destroying our people, the more we're making everybody suffer, because we won't talk about sex, because we don't believe in sex, because we're not mature enough to know about sex, because we say sex is nothing. You're killing life. You say sex is nothing. Sex is biology. It's life. So that's the cure to life. Okay. That now let me say this. I'm about to have something that I have to do. I'm gonna end this broadcast. Thank you, everyone. I'm RetroRyoHazuki81.